in Brooklyn, in the park right there. That's amazing. Really great. Some really good skills there too that we saw. So we are talking about the weather because the snow may have stopped and may have let up, but we're still in for a lot of cold weather that's coming up. And we have our very own meteorologist, Mike Woods.
Am I stepping right up here?
Yes, you are. Come on right in. Let me.
Action?
We'll get you a.
Okay.
I know you just came from giving us the big. Here's your
I
mic.
did.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Hi, Lisa. How you doing?
All right. How are you doing?
I'm all right. You know, my brain's a little frazzled.
I know.
The
We'll
storm
take
put
it
us
easy.
through it.
Yes, it did.
But we're making it. So we did all right.
And you've had a busy 48 hours with everything.
Yes.
Nonstop.
But this is what the weather folks live for here. You know what I mean?
Well, good. I'm glad.
You know
We're
what I
glad
mean?
to have you. We're glad to have you.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
We'll get you mic'd up here, and then we'll
Okay.
pardon the pun. We'll get you mic'd up.
There we
and
go.
then we'll find out. Okay, Mike Woods, our top meteorologist. He's been doing double duty. And first of all, what are we really looking at? What do we really
for what's now? What's coming up next? Yeah,
I think we need to know what's coming up next.
We got this one done. Okay,
Okay.
so this one's done. But the problem is now it's just so cold outside. We can't get rid of that snow and ice. So for Central Park, and we got a lot of snow. 11.4 inches of snow came through. We set records at all the major reporting stations, including Bridgeport and Fairfield and everything. Oh yeah, we have the maps in motion. Look at that thing rock and roll.
There you go.
All right, there we go. Thank you. And now, so here's our next problem is we keep getting these reinforcing shots of cold Arctic air coming through here. So that's what keeps your temperatures down.
Oh, no.
We'd like to see these temps get above 32. Look at the lows that we have coming at you tonight.
Okay, and these are real temperatures. These are not the
Yes.
wind chill factor.
That's not even the wind chill factor. 11. So it's 11 for a low. Wind chill factor is like 5 below for the city tomorrow morning. And in some places, north and west, it could be like 15 to 20 below tomorrow morning. And it's not just tomorrow morning, it's several mornings in a row. So, oh yeah, I know.
Whoa.
I know. All that stuff,
It's
none of that
downhill from
looks
here.
good for us at all. Very cold temperatures, weather all the way through. And the next chance for snow looks like it could be out there. I know. This is the other thing. I don't want to freak anybody out. I just made so many people's frown, like pop their smile.
You're doing your
down.
job.
Exactly.
You're warning us so we can prepare.
I know. So we got to, yes, we do, because it's not till next weekend. Why do these storms keep happening on the weekend, too? I'm starting to think about that.
What
We had
about
a lot
that?
of these weekend storms.
Yes,
Last
overnight.
weekend was like an inch or two on both Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
And this time it kind of knocked us out on Sunday, but that's what we got going on. Hopefully we don't see this sort of number. These are the snow totals that came through from the storm yesterday. A lot of folks anywhere from 10 to 16, 17 inches of snow. But there are some indications that the next one could be just as big, if not bigger.
Wait a minute.
With
You
the
called this one. You called this one yesterday
Yes.
when you were here with us. A winter wallop.
Yes,
Are we
I
in
know.
for, like-
We got to come up. Can you help me with another term? Because I don't know. The knockout punch. I don't know. Let's not even go there. I know it's still a long ways out, and you know the models have actually kind of like advertised this, put this out there since last week, but they put it in and come bring it back out, bring it in, take it out. You know what? So it's not a guarantee by any means yet, but the more that I see it, and it does seem like it's on both of the major models, the American model and the European model, and it looks like it's either it's coming to South Jersey or for basically everybody here in the tri-state region this weekend. So how much we get, how intense it will be, well, that still remains to be seen. But we got to kind of make it through this one. This one, we're, again, done with the snow out of it, but it's that ice. We just can't get rid of it. It's going to be out there. What was it like? Did you walk around town? And
well, just to get to work and to get home in the city, I had to walk around.
It's tough.
It's tough, and
Yes.
it's the snow. There was some slush on the street when you go to walk in the street.
Exactly.
But the snowfall. You were right about those snowfall levels. They're so high.
They're so high, and then we got the sleet on top of that afterwards, and so that's what made it, you know, just kind of stick in and get really crunchy.
Right.
It was that soft, fluffy snow for a little while until that ice came in on top of it, and now we keep on freezing. So with that being the case, we are going to have, you know, those crusty, icy situations going on, and it's going to be just very dangerous. The slip and fall risk is very high, so you got to be careful out there for the next, all the way through this week and into the weekend. I almost want a fluffy snow so we can get a grip again.
Right, to get on the
You know what I mean?
Right, and also too, they're saying they're going around around checking these construction sites where they hadn't been putting the salt on the
Right.
the icy sidewalks.
Right.
We'll see what happens by tomorrow, because the sanitation department, that's a lot of snow. They had to
Yes.
even bring out an old machine they used to use, a snow
To
melter.
melt it. Exactly. I remember when they had to bring that thing out. It must have been 10 years ago that I saw that.
Yeah, they're going, we hope
Yeah.
it works. Well, so do we.
I know. Does that thing say, if you put my old toys in the closet and bring them out 10 years later, I don't know what's going to happen with that.
Exactly.
But we'll see. But we need it. Yeah, and the funny thing is, the sanitation folks and the politicians, they'll let you know they don't really want you, when you're cleaning out your driveway and the sidewalk, they don't want you to put it out in the street.
Right.
Because it ruins the work that the plows have done.
Right.
But they want you to put it in your own yard. I don't know how many people are listening to that, but that is
I think
what you're
people throw it
supposed
in the
to
street.
do.
They figure
They
they'll
throw it in
just...
the street, and then they get mad at the plows when the plows come back and it pushes back in their yard. I know how it's like. It goes back and forth.
What are you
every
gonna
year.
do?
Exactly. It's got to go somewhere in your yard. I don't know, whatever the case may be. But try to do whatever you can, the best you can, and stay safe and check on your folks out there.
Your people, yeah, your neighbors and everything like that. So, Mike, let me ask you one other question too, because one of the other big issues we've had this whole winter, regardless of what the temperatures, have been these really strong winds.
Right.
Will we be seeing those this week in addition to the freezing Arctic frigid temperatures?
Yeah, and that doesn't seem to be as much of a problem, at least not in the immediate future.
Okay.
It would be kind of breezy outside. I mean, in a way, we are lucky. We didn't get as much like freezing rain like they saw in the deep south and parts over toward Tennessee, where that ice was accumulating on the power lines and the trees and taking them down. If we had a situation like that, that can be a complete disaster. So we don't have that. We don't have really strong winds. They'll gust up to maybe 15, 20 miles per hour, 25, but it's not going to be, rip-roaring out of control. But these temperatures alone, I mean, it really doesn't take that much. It's, actual low temp of about 11 in the city here. And there it is, 11 in the city. But when you throw the wind chill factor in, because even with a 5 to 10 mile per hour wind, it'll make it feel like 0 or even 5 below. So that's going to be coming
11
at
in the
us.
city. The
I
suburbs,
know.
like some of the suburbs,
I know.
Jersey,
They're going to be
walloped.
in the negative probably for their actual low temperature, and then you have the wind on top of that. So yeah, mostly clear and cold tonight, and then for the next 7 days, we're going right to it and through it. Toward the end of the week, look at that high on Friday of only 19 degrees. The low drops down to 7. I mean, that just tells you why it's so difficult to get rid of the snow and ice that's on the ground right now. We're doing the best we can, but Mother Nature is not helping us out. Look at all those records. Everyone's out there. And you're not just setting records. You're like doubling and tripling the old records that were right around 4 to 5 inches.
2000, right.
Exactly. So these are long-standing records. Nope. We blew that out of the water. New City. Showing out there in Rockland County.
Whoa.
That's almost a foot and a half. Exactly. That's a lot of snow. Putnam Valley out around Brewster. Yep. 13, 14 inches of snow. Everybody got it. No one, escaped this one, that's for sure. And now we just have to try to get this stuff to melt.
Try to get through.
One other thing I was talking about several times today is like, because of these cold temps, snow, the treatment, the salt that you put out there that's supposed to help melt everything down.
Right.
Guess what? Once it gets below 15 degrees, that stuff doesn't really work.
Wait a minute.
And so that's another reason why this snow and ice is not going to be in a hurry to break up and get out of here. Once it goes, like right now we're above 15 degrees, but once it gets below 15, it stops working. It just does not. What it does is the salt and the chemicals bring the freezing point down. But once you get to that cold,
it doesn't work.
Now you're still in it, and so it will continue to freeze and just stick around. So we need some help from something else, but. I know.
Yeah, we
need some good news. Yeah,
we definitely need some good news.
Where's a good news weather segment? Sounds like the good news is spring.
Well, we're going to have good news coming up a little bit later in the show, because we spoke with a fire chief from Long Island.
Okay.
They're all most of the fire departments there are all volunteer, right?
Right.
And they rescued a father and his 12-year-old son, who were in a pond, an icy pond, for about 30
trying to walk across
for about 30 minutes. Yeah, because it was covered with snow, and the ice didn't hold.
No, the ice. That's what they always say. Be very careful
Right.
when you're thinking about walking across a pond. It's probably not a good idea. One thing I am noticing, though, we're starting to get ice building up in the riverways, like the Hudson River. Have you seen that? I don't know if you've seen it. You're going to start to see those big chunks of ice floating down the river. Hudson River, East River. With temps like what we're going to see dropping down into the single digits and teens, coming back at us too. And sometimes that affects the ferries as well. Kind of like cancels out the ferry services.
Yeah, absolutely, because they can't go through
They
the water.
can't get through it.
The water.
Exactly. So,
Oh my
oh
gosh.
gosh. Okay, again, where's my good news?
I don't know. Well, here's the good news.
Okay.
Every day we're getting another minute of daylight, right?
That's true.
We're moving towards the
Okay.
days are getting longer.
I will take that.
Okay?
Absolutely.
And every day when I go like, oh my God, I have to put on the scarf, I have to put on the boots, I have to put on the socks, the whole thing. We're getting a day closer to spring.
That's right.
So
We got to start looking at
good.
the positive side of things. And it is coming. Spring is coming. And oh yeah, next week is
Breaking
Groundhog
news.
Day.
Spring is
On Monday. Groundhog Day.
Oh,
So we got to
listen,
see what that forecasting rat has to say.
A lot of pressure on that.
Yeah, it's your turn. You take the heat on this one.
A lot of pressure on the poor groundhog.
Yes.
Oh, man. All right, Mike, listen, I know you've had a long day. You've been here since early this morning.
Yeah,
but
a
we
little bit.
really appreciate you being with us.
Absolutely.
Even though,
I got all the bad news. Well, from this point forward, things can only get better. Exactly.
We're prepared.
We're set to go.
Yes, we are. Well, thank you so much. Have
you
a
got
wonderful
it, Lisa.
day.
Thank you.
And I'm sure we'll be talking to you again as this week goes on.
I got things to say.
Okay. Well, we're always here for you. We appreciate your time.
Sure thing.
All right. Thank you so much. That's Mike Woods, our Fox 5 meteorologist. He says, get ready. It's going to be getting colder and colder pretty much every day.